Oh. That's crazy. It's got weird gaps.
Oh yeah.
I guess it's this. It's like an iterative process where he's.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
like even showing like here are ways you could fix it, here how you could smooth it out, stuff like that.
Yeah, he fills the gaps with like glass. Oh. Hmm.
Witchcraft, I tell you. Witchcraft.
It is.
I mean, to be fair, all the coolest things that you can do in like vanilla Minecraft is basically witchcraft. Like,
yeah,
you have to use the in-game command prompt and everything to do it, to actually call resources. It's it's vanilla, so it's not modding, but it's still kind of cheating.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But you know, we are on. It is 8:01.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
how long are you gonna be mesmerized by this? We can have a conversation.
I am. No, I was just gonna say I am completely mesmerized by this video of this guy doing a circular pool in Minecraft. And he even got to.
About it.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I'd have to watch it with the sound on. I don't understand these blocks that he has it so that it builds it in a sort of circle, but it's got notches, and then he does something with a block, and they all shift.
Oh yeah, because the switch on the armor whatever block actually causes them to face forward, or what is the direction of the block, so that it actually rotates them all to face the centered location, and that's what causes the yeah. I watched it with the sound
No
on
idea.
earlier. Yeah.
Weird. There's some weird blocks in Minecraft that I don't understand. That just because they keep adding new stuff. But you said it's vanilla, like vanilla meaning, but the
vanilla just
latest
means
version.
unmodded. Yeah, that's all it
Yeah.
means. Yeah.
But still, like the latest version with all the latest crazy blocks and
got all
stuff that
the
they've
shit in it.
added.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I watched a video of it was like a joke video where it's like a time traveler finds out about Minecraft, and it was a guy from the past asking about video games in the future, and the guy's describing Minecraft, and he's like, "Wait, what? So what do you do?" He's like, "I don't know. You could build a house or nothing." He's like, "What is this? What is happening?"
Yeah. This is somehow
It's
like in contention for the most popular game on the planet.
Yeah. And he's like, "So does the building the house get you something?" He's like, "Did you just do it to do it?" It's like, huh? Is there a final boss? Yeah, but you don't have to fight him.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like some of the newer versions of like a lot of these city sim games in a lot of ways, right? Or just a lot of simulator games in general. Older ones, due to restrictions to the system, a lot of them actually had like timelines and stuff. So you were trying to get to a certain point before the clock ended or whatever. Like there was actually a win state for a lot of old simulation games. But all the new ones, there's really not a win state. There's just like a fail state of like, can I keep going before I run my city into the ground or something like that? Like how long can it go? It's like, what's the point of playing this game?
I mean, even games like Don't Starve eventually become a city building simulator.
Yeah.
Once you've built all the traps for the wolves or whatever, or for the hounds, and you start building up, you're just basically building a city.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like games like when it comes to things that fall into sim, talk about like Harvest Moon or Stardew, where sure you can keep playing the game afterwards, but there is like an initial scoring period, which is kind of like the main point of the game. You're trying to get like a good grade. Like you want to be like, okay, did I do good enough? Did I pass or whatever? And then you could continue working on that file, or you could try to do better on a new file or whatever. But at least there's like some type of goal in that game. I never understood like these goalless sim games. Even Animal Crossing has a goal, right? The goal is, okay, I got to figure out how I'm going to pay off this debt. After I have the debt paid off, then I could do like bonus stuff or whatever. But at least there's like an initial goal to the game. And Minecraft does
build
that
your
with
house as big as you can.
Like freaking the Ender Dragon. That's the goal of Minecraft. Was it even there at the beginning? I forget like when that was added in.
No. It was added at some point. But like the problem with that is once you beat the Ender Dragon, I think the game ends, right? Can you continue playing after that?
Yeah, well I think you can reload the map.
You can reload from your last save, or
yeah, I think the
can
map
can you just keep going?
Reload and keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand how it's the most popular game ever. It's so boring. It's so boring.
Like now I can kind of get how it became really popular though. Later. I don't get how it became popular at first when people were just like fucking off in it. But like later, once it became easier for like servers and multiplayer and stuff to happen, and people started having like these game servers where you could like the way Roblox works, where you can RP or you can do like these combat games or stuff like that with a whole bunch of people. Basically using it as like almost a makeshift game engine. I get why that part became popular.
I guess it's kind of like Second Life in that way. And I think it's good for creative people. It's kind of like a 3D canvas. Yeah. Like a blank page and a marker or a pen is, literally years and years of fun for an outstanding artist.
Yeah.
And
well, I think that's probably why
I
never liked Minecraft. It's like, but if I want to make something, I can do it in a much less restrictive way, like anywhere else. Like I've got Photoshop or I've got a piece of paper. But like I guess I get it for some people. I get it more for...
But it's interactive.
Maybe not, like, obviously not programmers, though. Obviously, there's a lot you can do from a programming perspective with how much you can interact with the world if you're running a server.
Yeah.
But from just, like, a game design aspect, people who might want to be game designers sometime in the future, maybe they're kids right now, and they want to start making, like, games within a game as practice. I could get that. That's more of, like, the creative canvas that I think of that type of game is beneficial for. Like, there's it's basically battle royale, but there's a server thing that's very popular called Hunger Games, right, based off of the movie and book series, where you go in there and you have a battle royale, and you could do that in, like, many Minecraft servers. People run it. Like, I get that's kind of like a game design creative aspect. Somebody actually had to go into the game and figure out how to make this work. They can even keep track of, like, score and shit like that within the game.
Yeah. But I don't get it. And I can't watch people. You know, Gargura plays it a lot, and I'm like, who's watching this? Tens of thousands of people are watching, but I don't know why.
I don't know. I can't do it. It was like with those games like Ark and stuff like that, like... Because it's basically the same type of thing, even more restrictive, because you can only build things within, like, whatever the models in the game have. At least Minecraft is almost like 3D pixels. It's like, here's a block that you can place here. And you could do anything with all of the blocks. But then you get, like, all these other games like Ark or Rust or any of these, like, survival type games. It's like, I don't... Maybe if you're in a big group server with people and you split up into tribes and it becomes like a survival war thing or whatever, I could kind of see that being fun. But watching like an individual person go in the world and play this shit, just it seems like the most boring fucking shit on the internet. And I have no idea why like hundreds of thousands of people watch this shit every single day.
I guess I shouldn't talk because I have sunk hundreds and hundreds of hours into Don't Starve and Oxygen Not Included, just because those are more my style, but sort of similar.
At least like some of these things have goals, though, right? Like Oxygen Not Included, you want to get off of the rock that you were stranded on, right? Like there's a goal in that game.
Yeah, but they keep expanding it, so now I'm not even sure that is the goal. Like I don't know. It was originally the goal to get a rocket that could fly far enough to get to this, interdimensional tear or whatever. That was sort of the farthest object that you could get to. Now they've made it so that you can make multiple planets, or you have multiple planets, and you can shuttle goods back and forth and create this whole economy between different planets.
So it basically just becomes a civilization building game.
Yeah, I don't know that there's an end goal anymore now that they've...
It's almost like evolution, right? Like, evolution, everything goes to crab eventually. Freaking video games, everything just becomes a city-building game.
Exactly. Right. I mean, even like World of Warcraft, you could build a garrison eventually.
Animal Crossing became a city-building game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fucking city.
Everything.
It's going to be the death of the industry.
You know, the last Zelda, you could basically sort of
there was a
decorate your house.
No.
Oh yeah,
there's
you
fucking
could build
Terray
Town.
Yeah. There's a whole city builder aspect in there.
Yeah, the next Zelda is going to be basically you have to rebuild all of Hyrule, and then it's just going to be sky's the limit from there.
Fucking city builders.
Every game. Every game is going to be a city builder game. Eventually.
Like, don't get me wrong, that was probably my favorite part of all of Breath of the Wild, but just because it was the only, like, chain, side quest, right? There were no other chain side quests other than meeting Kaz at all the places, but it really wasn't a chain side quest, because you could do them in any order, and once you solved the shrine, it's like, you had to do enough of them to get him to go home. That was it.
Yeah. Every time you come back, there's new buildings, and, eventually people start moving in. It's basically SimCity and Hyrule.
God, I don't know, man. Is city building that popular? I don't get why it is. Like, I used to like what was SimCity 95 or whatever. Whichever the one was for the Super Nintendo, they just called it SimCity. But it was like 1994, 95, whenever it came out. I used to like that one. But even that one had goals. Like, there was a challenge mode in there. They would give you missions, like you had to do this by this date or whatever. That was the fun stuff. But, like, God. City building that popular that everything needs a... Final Fantasy 15 has a city building thing in it. In the Comrades thing, the multiplayer, you're trying to rebuild this fucking city while the demons are attacking. You have to go out and do quests, but that's so you can collect the power nodes so you can repower the whole city and shit. Like, god damn, where is this thing not?
People love it. Give people what they want, I guess. And crafting. There's going to be crafting in every game.
Oh, that was the trend I fucking hated the most, is crafting in every fucking game. Some games is fine, like fucking Dead Rising. That game is built for crafting. The crafting system works into the narrative of the game. Great. Perfect. The whole point of the game is even figuring out what kind of wacky shit you can craft to take out zombies. But, like, if you put fucking crafting aside from cooking was a fine form of crafting in Breath of the Wild. But if you put fucking crafting in the next Zelda game, I might actually rage quit.
Yeah, there'll be a whole, you know, blacksmith minigame, just like Dragon Quest 11.
It's gonna be like fucking, hey, you remember Skyward Sword where you had to power up the Master Sword for the first time or whatever, the Sky Sword?
Yeah.
Well, now, fuck you, the Master Sword was destroyed and you have to go and find its shattered parts and materials you need to rebuild it and craft the Master Sword. Isn't that gonna be fun? Motherfucker.
Well, Skyward Sword sort of had crafting in that you had to collect monster parts and things so that you could get better shields and shit.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Welcome to the Vomitorium Weekday show, where I bitch about the direction of modern video games. As always, I am your host, The Metal, and joining me is my co-host, Marsupial Gamer.
Hey there. Yeah, I don't know how we got into this topic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Minecraft and circles.
Other than the whole somebody making a perfect circle in Minecraft thing, it had absolutely nothing to do with anything I planned on talking about today.
Minecraft and circles. It's amazing.
Such a rager. I get heated because fucking modern games suck. There's some really good ones, but like on the whole, the direction they're taking things fucking suck.
Well, Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster is out.
Yep.
My finger will stop disappearing.
And it's like, what is it, like 20? No, it's not 20. Maybe it's like 10% off. There's some type of deal going on right now. Might even only be 5, but
I think it was 20%.
Might have been 20. Okay. I just remember fucking Steam decided to send me an email saying, "Hey, this thing on your wish list is off." Is like, or is out. Like, well, thank you, but I didn't plan on buying it when it was out. I plan on buying it maybe this winter or sometime in a sale when it's cheap as fuck. Yeah. That's why you're on my wish list.
Well, it's 20% off right now, and still no word on 5 or 6 as far as the release date. Although it still says 2021.
Playing World of Tanks ranked. When you discuss the shit show Wargaming is, lots of views. Yeah, like you're talking about strategy wargaming or like, well, I guess there's some strategy in it, or like the active wargaming, like World of Tanks, like you're playing right there. Because I know both of those as a community of streaming are both kind of shit shows.
Can you craft tanks and build a town in World of Tanks?
Yeah.
You will be able to soon, I'm sure.
Probably.
Well, it says I got Wyoming on ATS. What does that mean?
Trying to think.
Wargaming the company. I don't know anything about the shit show that Wargaming is, apparently.
Oh yeah, I'm not aware. I'd have to go look into it. But I'll make a note. I do like talking about that stuff, so let me make a note to look into Wargaming.
Mallet should come on the show and talk about it if he has opinions.
Oh, he could.
If he has better informed opinions on it than we have. Wyoming map for trucks.
Oh, American Truck Simulator. Okay. Just trying to figure out what ATS stood for. That's cool.
I'd imagine that's a lot of very long, empty streets, like highways.
Like most of Middle America
Wyoming.
is as well.
Yeah.
I end up driving across America periodically because I've got like family up in like Illinois and stuff. So we're going like straight down the middle, like almost the direct middle of the United States up to the bottom. And it's just nothing but empty land. It's great. It's relaxing. But there's like usually up until maybe when you're crossing the Mississippi River, because there's like a just conglomerate of cities all across the river itself. It's like there's no cars until you get to certain areas. It's just like nothing. Be the only people on the road for miles and miles. It's how most of the space of America is.
Yep. I used to drive in Tennessee through just like farmland just to get from home to work. And I was convinced that the speed limit was 55, and then I got pulled over and got a ticket because apparently it was like 40, and I was going like 60.
Yeah, those old farm roads.
I was like, I was like, why is the speed limit so slow? I could have sworn it was 55. It should have been 50.
Yeah, you go down to a farm area in Texas where they have a sign that says 45, but nobody pulls you over because the farmers themselves are going like 80.
Yeah. Well, don't speed in rural Tennessee.
Yeah.
They will get you. They will get you.
Yeah, but what were things to talk about?
I think we were talking about Steam Deck briefly before we went live.
Were, because like one of the co-developers of Proton, which actually is the president of Codeweavers itself, felt the need to clarify to let people know the Steam Deck will not be able to play every single one of your Steam games at launch. Unless, I don't know, maybe if you own 5 Steam games and all 5 of them are on the list. But most people that have Steam have somewhere upwards of 50 Steam games. It's about like the average. Because it's so easy to get them on sales and stuff. And if you have that many, there's a good chance that maybe 1 or 2, or maybe even up to like 20 of your games may not work on the Steam Deck at launch.
Yeah, I
thought this was going to be common sense.
I somehow have almost 120 listed.
120?
Anyway.
I forget how much I have. I know it's like a stupid amount.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, I feel like they said this from the very beginning, and it's kind of obvious from the very beginning if you think about it, because like it's not Windows, and even Windows. I mean, well, I guess most things work on Windows, but yeah, I mean, most things don't work on my Mac. I wouldn't expect them to work in Proton.
Yeah.
But apparently there are 16,000 games that do work. So,
that's a good amount.
I don't know.
I'm not going to lie.
I don't know where you could get a list. Oh. Apparently ProtonDB.com. You can search for your game so you can find out. ProtonDB, and it says 16,086 games currently work on it. So there you go.
I have 197 games.
What is... Okay. I guess there's different levels of compatibility. So, yeah, you wanna find out, you can search on here. You wanna ask about a certain game?
Yeah, I mean, I would, but my internet is really stupid.
Oh, you can sign in on ProtonDB.com. Oh shit, it's gotta ask me for my stupid Steam. And maybe it'll tell me like which games are compatible. Let's see. Let's find out if it will tell me. Sign in to ProtonDB. Okay, I'm logged in. Okay. Never mind. Apparently a complicated. It says error loading games. Please ensure both profile and game details are public. Oh, I'd have to. Okay, I'd probably have them private.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, you can theoretically log into the website and it'll tell you which games will work on your Steam Deck.
That's good. I don't know why people are like. Apparently, the need to clarify this is because people were talking about and assuming that they'd be able to play like everything or whatever. Like, there was actually a response that this became a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how would anybody think every single game would be available, right? Like that, I don't know. I'm trying to think like what's in the mindset of the average person to think that they would be able to do. Yeah, it's too complicated. That the average person would think every single thing would be compatible, not only on like a handheld device, not regardless of like how powerful the device is, but yeah, I get the fact that it's not even a Windows device, and the vast majority of all games are programmed for Windows.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully people won't be too disappointed. Mal says he's just wasting his night on Ting. Good for
I
you.
do agree with the Proton developers that hopefully having something like the Steam Deck will demand more compatibility for like Linux and handhelds and stuff in general from companies.
Mm-hmm.
Switch already seems to be having more of a demand, but because it's not that powerful, some companies are just opting out of it. So, like, could be the best-selling console right now, but what are you going to do if it's not powerful enough to play the game that you've been working for current gen for? Steam Deck, on the other hand, that might actually drive some demand over to what's going on.
Yeah. Well, apparently I can change my settings. Wait, is this gonna work? I'm really curious now. Let me just see. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. It says 105 games in library loaded. Okay. I don't know. I'd have to go over this later. I'm not going to do it right now.
Yeah, don't do it right now. Not while we're supposed to be holding a conversation.
I guess not.
Yeah.
I just want to know if Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster is going to work.
Probably. I doubt that's going to be one that's
fairly
not,
new.
But yeah. Fairly
So
new,
did you see
fairly simple.
Yeah. Did you see the iPhone 14?
I didn't even know it was coming out soon or is already out. I don't know. I don't pay attention to Apple
It's
shit.
not. They haven't even announced the iPhone 13 yet, and
Okay.
somebody's already leaking rumors about the iPhone 14, which doesn't come out till next year. Which
I didn't even know about the 13.
Yeah, I think there's like a WWD or there's an Apple event later this month where they're expected to announce, because every year they announce a new one. So they're expected to announce the iPhone 13 later. And somebody's already leaking stuff, but I don't know how much you can really... I don't know how much... why this guy knows anything, claims he knows anything. Plus, it all seems to be like renders. So, like, none of it seems final.
And
And
see,
it's
this is
all
what I
kind of
want.
boring.
I want Apple to make a gaming dedicated device. I don't care if it's like a tablet or whatever. I just want something that doesn't really engage in all the other shit. Because the only thing I want from Apple is the fact that right now, Apple seems to be becoming more of a serious competitor for Microsoft in the gaming sphere than Sony is. And we're probably going to see a lot of shit going to Apple Arcade. A lot of shit I'm going to want to play. But I don't want a fucking iPhone or like an iPad or something to play that stuff. And some of it I would like to be able to project right onto a TV. So I just want Apple if they're going to be doing this whole Apple Arcade thing, if they're going to be making contracts with studios and getting like exclusive stuff, to take this shit seriously and actually just make like a gaming device that you could play all this stuff on as well.
Yeah, they could make something similar to the Switch.
Yeah.
And they do have all these Apple Arcade things, but they need to get their developers. They need to really encourage their developers to add controller support.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Like they're getting all of these like contracts, but it doesn't seem like they're actually taking the game scene seriously, or else controller support would be like a native push for them, and stuff like that. Like, I don't know.
And I guess you can get games. Can you get games on the Apple TV?
I have no clue.
I think you can, and I think there's a controller for it. But I don't know how many games. If
that's an option, I'd probably go look into that. But
let me see.
That, like,
Apple.
I'd be far more likely to get an Apple TV than I would either an iPad or like an iPhone.
Yeah, well, there is I guess you can connect any wireless game controller to an Apple TV. Yeah, they have. Actually, it shows Apple TV accessories. They show like the Sony PlayStation DualSense wireless. So I guess just about any controller can connect to it.
Because I'm fine if that's an option, right?
know.
As long as there is an actual like option that can be used as something similar to like a dedicated gaming setup. Like I know Apple TV, it's kind of like what was the Google thing that you plug in? I can't remember the name of it. It's I don't know.
Oh, that little stick.
Yeah, it was also similar to like the Amazon Fire Stick or whatever. The Google had their own particular one. Except the Apple TV is better because it can function on its own. I fucking hate the Google one because you can't use it without an Android phone. It's the worst fucking thing. Like, it doesn't come with a controller, like a remote controller or anything. You actually have to have an Android phone to connect up to it to use as your controller.
Yeah.
And it's like, sure, I've got one, but this is fucking stupid. Just give me a goddamn controller.
There are articles on all the games that you can get on Apple TV, but I don't know how many of them are compatible with standard controllers or if you have to have like an iPhone to control it. So I have no idea.
They just need a dedicated gaming setup. Something that, like, it's Apple. Yeah. It's going to be more expensive than it should anyway because Apple's a luxury line and you're paying for the name. But something that proportionally to their other stuff isn't that expensive. Like, this is just dedicated for doing this one thing.
Yeah, I mean, almost consoles are almost all, in my opinion, kind of premium things anyway. Yeah. I mean, if you can afford a PS5.
I said to a degree. Because when you think about it, a PS5, because it's lightweight, can still run the game it's playing better without issues than a computer of the same cost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of the trade-off, is like it's still paying a lot for the console, but this thing is designed to literally only run the thing that you're doing, with a few like streaming services and stuff like that. It's a lightweight computer that is very cost-effective for what it's doing. Still not always totally cost-effective. Like, I think we're talking about like something that cost-effective plus profit, like what you need to actually run a business. The Xbox Series right now is like $100 cheaper and can do all the same stuff as, say, like the PlayStation 5. Maybe even slightly better, but marginal. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
But I would think Apple could come out with a console, essentially, that is just as powerful and isn't really any more expensive than those.
Oh, yeah, knowing Apple, they probably wouldn't have a disk drive, so it'd probably be more comparable to like the S models of either of these things, the small ones. So plus Apple's premium name put on something, I could see it being somewhere between $400 to $500.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if an Apple TV has local storage or if it runs everything
through
over the
streaming.
web.
I think everything's
I don't
streaming.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I seem to remember there was some talk a while back about an Apple TV that would have local storage, but I don't know if that fell by the wayside or what the situation there is. So
Yeah.
I'm just not up on the situation with Apple Arcade. But it is
Well, this is my
Apple
problem,
TV
right?
is 4K. Does support 4K.
Like, my problem here with Sakaguchi, I've been wanting to get into a few of his games now. Because I really like Sakaguchi as a developer. You're talking about, like, Fantasian and stuff. Because he's the guy that made Final Fantasy the way I liked it back in the day. Ever since he, like, did his own little studio or whatever, basically all of his stuff has been Apple only. Like, I couldn't even play Terra Wars because that was only available on Apple devices.
Hmm.
And it's like, God dang it, I want to play your games, but I don't want a fucking Apple device.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why that is. Does it just have an exclusive contract with Apple?
Probably. They're probably the producers of the games to some degree.
Because like Fantasian is free. Well, no,
Yeah.
I guess it's included in Apple Arcade.
Yeah.
So it's not technically free. So, but it still is like, that would be an awesome game to port to Steam, to Windows.
Yeah.
Or Switch.
It'd be an awesome, or yeah,
Maybe.
the Switch. Like, if at least give me some option, you know?
Yeah, it'd be fantastic on the Switch. I wonder how many they've sold of Fantasian. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I think it would get a lot. I think you could get a big push. I mean, it's such an awesome game. It could get a big push from Nintendo if they could. If they could, but I guess they're not allowed to.
Yeah. You know what?
So yeah, the only reason.
Nintendo.
Sorry,
So you know, it always gets a push from Nintendo.
what's that?
Pokemon, because it's literally
Oh, yeah.
the hottest selling thing of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just gonna say the only reason I found out about that whole iPhone 14 thing is that it was trending on Twitter. People were like, "What happened to the 13?" It's like these are just stupid rumors.
Yeah.
But anyway, something new
Yeah,
happened with Pokemon.
Well, no, it was just, your reaction earlier was golden when I told you that Pokemon is coming out with its 23rd movie in the series of Pokemon movies, and you were like,
That's
"There was
still shocking.
22."
I'm still shocked. I'm like, if you had asked me how many Pokemon movies are there, I would have guessed like 8, 6, 8. Like, I would have been shocked if you'd said 10. How are there 22 Pokemon movies?
Well, for a while, they were basically putting out a movie every single fucking year.
Yeah, I've never heard of any. Do none of them go out on theater? Go out to theaters? Or?
They stopped. Like, I want to say Pokemon the third movie was the last one to be in the theaters. Maybe Forever was, but I don't remember. I think that was direct to video. But like every single Pokemon film since then has just been like, here we go, here's to TV to video, to TV to video, and stuff like that.
So when I search for Pokemon movies, I have 6, 12, 18, 19, 20. There's only 20 listed. They must have missed a couple.
Maybe. Because I've got... Yeah, somewhere around there.
Although, I don't think this shows, like... This doesn't seem to show Mewtwo Strikes Back.
That's Pokemon the
2019.
first movie, is Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Oh, no, it does. It does. Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution.
Yeah, that's...
And Pocket Monsters, the movie. Coco. Have some of these not come out in English?
I'm fairly certain all of them have come out in English.
Oh my god. Crazy.
Yeah.
So what's happening? There's a 23rd movie?
Yes, there's a 23rd Pokemon movie that's going to be called Secrets of the Jungle, which is going straight to Netflix for reasons. I don't know, like, because maybe Netflix helped pay for it. Pokemon normally has a deal with like WB, so that's kind of weird to hear for me, but the Pokemon Company will do what it does.
Oh, that's this Coco one that was showing.
Yeah.
I guess it's called Coco in Japan.
Yeah, so the English version is coming out.
Yeah, it came out already last year in Japan.
Yeah. And this is going to be the English re-release of it. Coming out October 8th. I'm assuming 4Kids still dubbed it. I don't know what's the deal with Netflix and how Netflix got it. But that's how it's premiering here. It's the 23rd film. And it is very odd compared to most of them, honestly. Because it kind of like stars this like weird feral boy.
Yeah. Who thinks he's a Pokemon?
Yeah. It's Gao. It's just the Pokemon version of Gao.
That's right. But Ash is still in it, and Pikachu.
Of course. That's what DeMarcus' series.
Is he in every single one?
Yeah, every single one in the anime series of films.
Crazy.
Yeah, you know, he's been 10 forever.
Yeah, apparently. Has he been voiced by the same actress?
Yes. Since the very beginning. At least in Japan.
No, wait a minute.
English one.
Oh, maybe in Japan. In English,
no, in Japan from the beginning.
Yeah, in English, apparently the current voice actor, whatever you call it, has been voicing him since 2006.
Right. I haven't been paying attention too much to the English voice, but in Japan, it's been the same person from the very beginning.
Wow. Talk about being set for life.
Yeah.
It's so cute that they named them at first, or they numbered them at first. The first four.
Yeah. And then after that, we're like, this is going to go way too long.
Yeah, we're not going to name it Pokemon 23.
I think the fourth one might have been the last one in theaters, too. I think because those were the big... I mean, well, in Japan, they always come out in theaters, period. But for the English titles, they've got the numbers. It was like the big theatrical release, and then after 4, they just weren't doing it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. The only one I've ever seen, and probably just because it was it was new on Netflix like last year, is Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. The remake of the original
of it too. Like I think the voice lines are 100% the same. I think they literally just use the audio from the original. But like the animation in the first movie was so good, the 2D animation and everything they did in it. And I went and watched it, and like the 3D just looked lifeless by comparison.
Well, let's check. Are they still on Netflix? Are like all of them still on Netflix?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because I know for a
most
while.
of them you can watch on the Pokemon TV now.
Oh, yeah. Are the movies on Pokemon TV?
They've got some.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's... nope, they only have the remake, as far as I can tell.
And I don't want to watch the remake. I want to watch the original again.
But here it is, Secrets of the Jungle. The movie. Coming out in October.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it.
You should watch... fuck Forever with Celebi. That one fucking sucks anyway. But you should watch Pokemon the movie 2000 and Pokemon 3 the movie, Spell of the Unknown. Both of those are good.
Okay. You know, this new one is, by the looks of it, not CG?
Nope.
It looks
animated. Well, because the Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution is honestly the only CG one. and it's a CG remake of an original movie. Even the one before it, The Power of Us and I Choose You, those were all animated just the same as they've been doing them.
Yeah.
And honestly, the movies have great animation. They should put the show to shame, because you shouldn't put the same budget into every episode of a TV show that you do a movie. But it's like usually even better quality of animation than like the Pokemon Origins miniseries, which had much better or a much higher animation budget than like any episode of the Pokemon show.
Yeah, I mean, this looks really good. How do you rewind? You can't do it.
No.
You can't rewind a Netflix preview. Maybe if I refresh the page.
You need a VCR.
It's got a little bit of computer generated.
Yeah, they've been integrating that for a while now. I think even Spell of the Unknown was the first one to have like some computer like CG integration in it. With
it looks like anything that's like a machine.
Yeah,
they did with CG. But like all of the characters in the Pokemon,
and some of the effects might be CG too. Like when they do like some of the fireballs and stuff like that, sometimes they have that be CG.
Yeah, you want to see it?
I mean, you can show it if you want.
I like showing people stuff. It's fun.
Yeah, not that most people that listen to this show will see it.
Oh well. But yeah, the animation looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, better than anything you get from a Disney movie, that's for sure.
Yeah, and this is like what's so weird about the like film industry over here, right? I'm kind of excited for whenever Don Bluth's new studio actually finishes their first film that they're working on, because back to hand-drawn animation, like on cells and shit, right?
Yeah.
But like you have like all these beautiful 2D animated films over in Japan that do wonderful, right? Like especially Pokemon, and people are like, oh, look how well Frozen did. Like, yeah, but no, Frozen didn't do as well as any fucking Pokemon movie ever. It's fucking Pokemon.
Yeah.
But like they've got all these beautiful 2D animated films, and then Disney's like, nobody wants to watch a 2D animated film. Here's our 3D stuff.
Yeah. Well, like this is like Studio Ghibli quality.
Yeah.
Kind of animation. It's very impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah. That's the thing with Ghibli too. Like Ghibli still, without Miyazaki, but Ghibli still makes movies occasionally, and they're always 2D, and they always look really good. That might have some 3D integration. They've done that a few times, but like it's still just always good. And Disney and other companies are like, no, man, dude, 2D, nobody wants to watch 2D. That's a thing of the past. Mostly because it's easier to make 3D. Is what people don't understand, right? Because with 3D, you can make... It takes a long time to make all these assets up front, but then you can, like, motion capture to be able to get, like, expressions the same, and all you have to do is rig things in environments. Like, it's front-loaded, but overall, it's easier and cheaper to make 3D animations than it is 2D.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 2D looks so much nicer.
I remember when 3D was coming out, the general sense was that all the 2D artists were out of a job. And I think that was the case at Disney, but like, apparently not the case in Japan.
Oh, no. Well, because they all just went digital, right? And it's like, they'll integrate sometimes, but people really like 2D animation, so they just do digital 2D animation now. And it's not like all the 2D artists are out of jobs. It's just they weren't going to be working on movies, right? They go over to frickin' Disney Channel, make a cartoon for us. That's the only place we're going to have for you.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon's always doing something.
You'd expect it. I mean, again, it is genuinely the most popular thing in the world. It would be kind of weird if it wasn't doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's so much money into Pokemon, it could be its own country if it wanted to.
Hmm. Why am I'm searching for the wrong thing here.
Speaking of something Zoe's doing, Oreos.
No, yeah.
The Pokemon Oreos. I thought that
Oreos
was a funny
and
fucking
Pokemon.
thing. Yeah, Oreos and Pokemon. So the Oreos is coming out for the 25th anniversary Pokemon celebration. They are putting out these little cookies, and they have Pokemon designs on the top of the Oreos that you can get. And there's 16 different designs. Much like with the trading cards and stuff, some of the designs are going to be harder to come by than others. So there's going to be rare Pokemon Oreos. Kind of a cool gimmick if you want to have eaten all 16. It's not like it matters because they all taste exactly the same, and you're not going to leave this spoil around forever. Like, what are you going to do? Go through the trouble of preserving an Oreo and laminate or something like that?
Just, take a picture of it and eat it.
Yeah. But it's still kind of cool. What I thought was even cooler, though, wasn't the fact that they're doing this Oreo thing itself, but the commercial that went with it. Because I was telling you, I personally think it's 100% CG, because that would be the smart way to do this. But it starts off with like a zoom in on one of the Oreos, and then it zooms out. And then all the Oreos are the pixels, like in a black and white Game Boy game. And there's like this little animated short of this girl trying to catch a Pikachu that's done entirely with like digitally constructed Oreo pixels. And it goes on for like 50 seconds. It's actually a pretty cool commercial.
Where is this commercial?
Oh, I'm going to drop the link as soon as I get the actual link to it, and not the frickin' here's your you've already watched it timestamp.
Look at this. You can pre-order the Pokemon Oreos today on Oreo.com.
Listen, I'm not pre-ordering video games anymore, let alone fucking Oreos, okay? That shit
and they will be in your... Yeah, they won't be in stores until next September 13th, apparently.
Oh my god.
Oreos. Pre-ordering Oreos. Forever. I was suggesting, they should do shinies. So like every once in a while you'll get one of those gold...
Well, you know what my favorite Oreos are the strawberry ones.
Oh,
they almost
I don't think
never
I ever
have
tried
those.
that.
They almost never have them. Or no, there's the cherry blossom Oreos are really fucking good.
Cherry blossom.
You've never had cherry blossom Oreos? What?
I don't know that I've ever had anything other than the regular and the golden ones.
Yeah. It's the Oreo,
maybe I've had mint.
Sakura, strawberry. So there's cherry blossom and strawberry Oreos. They're really big in Japan. They had them over here for a while. I think now I can only get them by going to the Hong Kong market. But they actually had them here. They also have oolong Oreos in Japan too. Like Japan's got all the best fucking shit.
Oolong Oreo.
Yeah, like oolong tea. It's like a green tea style.
Do they have coffee Oreos? I would eat coffee flavored.
I think we've had coffee flavored Oreos.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I'm watching this commercial, and it's all CGI.
Yeah, because that would be the way to do it. Like, that'd be fucking stupid to try to do that by hand.
Yeah, they didn't do that by hand.
Yeah. With like the number of pixels there too, like that would take you a year to fucking do. 50 seconds.
It's a 50. Yeah, it would take you forever.
Yeah, like they've had fucking Java chip flavored Oreos before.
But that is an awesome commercial. Yeah, I want to see. Okay, so you're saying they're Java
chip flavored Oreos.
Java
they're
chip
actually available
Oreos
now.
Well, I'm getting these. Yeah.
Yeah, like, dude, there's all kinds of fucking Oreos out there.
Yeah, I've noticed. I don't know if you know this, but I used to work at Walmart.
Yeah.
And I have stocked every flavor of Oreo.
There was a Kit Kat I was tempted to get today, too. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it was. It might have been a green tea Kit Kat, which I was surprised to see.
I don't remember ever seeing Java chip. Maybe they don't carry that at Walmart.
I know they've had it at Target. But it's probably not available everywhere. Like, you might have to order it off Amazon or something like that.
Well, their website says it's at Walmart and Target.
Yeah. But
wow. Pokemon Oreos. Are they Pokemon flavored? That's what I want.
How would you know what certain Pokemon taste like? Like, some of them you could probably guess. Like, the fishy Pokemon probably taste like fish.
Yeah.
Guessing on the way they look and their size, you could probably even guess what fish they taste close to. But, like, a lot of them, I could probably guess what a milk tank tastes like. I've eaten enough cows in my life. But there's certain ones that I'm just thinking, like, what the fuck does a Dragonite taste like? It kind of tastes like
Pikachu,
chicken. I mean, I don't know.
Pikachu would taste like a rat burger, right? Because he's like a mouse.
Yo, I mean, it might be the best thing I've had since I woke up.
I don't know. Is it Jigglypuff? Would that taste like cotton candy, or?
I think Jigglypuff is technically a rabbit.
Oh.
Like, if you look at Wigglytuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think it's a rabbit. I don't know. It's got cat ears when it's Jigglypuff. It doesn't really become a rabbit until it evolves.
Yeah.
Rabbit tastes pretty good, though. Like, maybe I throw Jigglypuff into a stew.
I wonder if Charmander tastes like eating a newt, like a lizard.
Salamander.
A salamander, yeah.
That's actually its name. Is in Japan. It is a salamander. That's where the mander from Charmander comes from. Which is funny, because salamander literally, like, it means fire lizard.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Probably tastes like burnt salamander. I wouldn't want to eat a fire Pokemon. They're probably already cooked. Like, come on.
And a Rowlet, I'm sure, just tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
It's just an owl.
No,
Torchic
would taste like chicken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Spicy chicken. So, I don't even see in this little promo image.
What Pokemon?
I don't even see Mewtwo is what I was
You don't
going to say.
see Mewtwo?
Yeah, I guess that one's not going to be very... They say that one's going to be hard to find.
Well, it is Mewtwo.
It's kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
To make Oreos, like, collectible.
Yeah, because everybody wants to have had all of them, and it's like...
Yeah.
I'm going to have to buy, like, 30 packs if I want to find a Mewtwo. Or you'll just be me. With my luck, I'll probably go and buy one pack, and all, like, 16 different ones will be in that pack.
Yeah.
And I'll take a picture of it the first time, and then be like, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, well. My enjoyment of this whole promo is ruined.
Yeah.
Damn you, Oreo.
I should do it. Like, I'll even record myself going to the store, and I'll, like, blindfold myself. It's like, okay, which pack is it? That one. And I'll probably get all the different ones on the first try.
Who the hell is pre-ordering Oreos? The fuck?
I don't fucking know. Who pre-orders anything? Like, I get, like, layaway.
And they ship them to you?
Really expensive shit. Like, stuff like that. I get layaway. If you're going to get, like, a new TV, game consoles coming out, something that's costing a lot, and you want to put a little money down so you don't forget about it, and then you keep paying it off, and now, by the time the holiday season comes, boom, it's ready. That I get.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking pre-ordering shit in general. The problem is, it's this kind of like false scarcity of things that there are plenty of. And they're like, oh, but if you don't pre-order it, how can you guarantee you're going to get it?
Yeah. It's like...
I hate that shit.
Surely there's going to be enough. Surely just go to the store and they'll be there.
I mean, one, it's Oreos. Have you ever seen how many... You used to work at Walmart. How many fucking Oreos are on the shelf at any given point in time?
I mean, if you include all the different flavors, they take up...
Yeah.
Like 2 sections. Like a section is like usually like 15 different brands. Like they'll have like a whole section that's nothing but Oreos. It's crazy.
And then knowing this, because it's Pokemon, and anytime this happens with Pokemon, it's not like its own little nook of between the flavors. Whenever Pokemon comes out, and this is why they usually don't have like special flavors for Pokemon. They just like do the designs on the default. The Pokemon one will replace all the normal Oreos that were on the shelf. That normally takes up like the largest part of the section itself because it's the one people buy the most of. Like there won't be non-Pokemon normal Oreos on the shelf. It will only be the Pokemon one.
Yeah, yeah. They might even have special, they do like special stands.
Yeah.
At the end of the aisle and stuff.
They'll have that,
promos.
And the Pokemon will still take up the whole normal section.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking Pokemon. I remember like Pokemon Pop-Tarts and shit back in the day. You go to the store, and it still had like most of the normal Pop-Tart flavors, but then there was like an entire shelf that was just the Pokemon Pop-Tarts. Because they knew it was going to sell. Worst tasting Pop-Tarts I ever had. Like the berry flavor was fine on the inside, but the icing on the top tastes like more like plastic than any Pop-Tart I've ever eaten in my life. It was usually the case. It was like this Pikachu yellow with like the red and blue sprinkles on it to represent like red, blue, and yellow versions. And it was like this Pokemon berry flavored inside. And everybody was buying this shitty ass Pop-Tart. There's a Pokemon cereal. Like anytime this happens, Pokemon Welch's, like, because Welch's would have like the little tiny collectible containers with the different pictures on it, and they have like Flintstones, Winnie the Pooh, all that stuff, but they'd have like all of it on one shelf. When the Pokemon one came out, it was literally just a whole shelf of Pokemon Welch's. No other like competitors on that shelf, because they know this is the most popular property on the fucking planet.
Yeah. I saw I think it was Pimp Master Broda on Twitter had tweeted out that there's a Ghostbusters cereal available now to go along with the new Ghostbusters movie, and I was like, oh my god, that's like the first thing that I'm going to buy when I move into my new apartment. That and Pokemon Oreos.
It's probably the Ghostbusters cereal is probably going to taste like sawdust, but you're going to enjoy it anyway. Yeah,
well, it's probably going to taste like Lucky Charms. They always all taste like Lucky Charms, right? It's just,
the marshmallows, that highly condensed, like, fake sugar will probably taste like it. But for some reason, that's always what it is. It's like the marshmallows taste like Lucky Charms, but the actual, like, grain that you're eating tastes like fucking sawdust and milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll taste like that pizza I had the other day. You saw what I tweeted about that pizza, right? The gluten-free
California
chickpea. I was like, oh my god! I didn't even look at the box. I didn't look at the box when I bought it. I didn't look at the box when I opened it. I just put it in the oven, and I took it out and I started eating. I was like, this tastes like cardboard. It was. That
sounds absolutely disgusting. Like if I ever somehow developed an allergy to gluten, or like became lactose intolerant or something like that, I think I'd rather just suffer and die happy eating a real pizza.
I couldn't even, like, 2 pieces. Like, I can't even believe I ate a second piece because I was like, what is wrong with this pizza? Yeah. It's the worst thing I've ever had. And then I finally went back into the trash and looked at the box. I was like, oh, that's why it was awful. See, it wasn't even biased because I had no idea until I ate it that it was awful.
Yeah. Dude, gluten-free stuff is just the absolutely fucking worst, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's some things that are naturally gluten-free that they just put the word on because it helps sell. But, like, there's a lot of vegetarian stuff that I'll eat from time to time because I'll go hang out with people that they just don't eat meat. And it's like, when in Rome, if they're serving, you just eat whatever they're getting. And I've had, like, some pretty decent vegetarian pizza. I've even had a pretty good vegan pizza that would qualify as being both lactose-free, because they don't have milk in it, and gluten-free, because of the way it was made. And that was fine. But anytime... It wasn't labeled that, though, right? That was just by default it was. Anytime you buy something that's labeled gluten-free, it is the worst shit on the fucking planet.
Yeah. And I've had... they make dough out of cauliflower now. And I've had a cauliflower breadstick that tasted great. And it was like, you can tell it's slightly different, but it tastes like bread, and it was like garlic bread, and it was like, oh, this is great. But goddamn, chickpeas pizza, ugh, gross.
Anyway, that's the note we end the show on.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed the show, Thanks for watching. And
Oreos.
please share it with somebody else who might like the show. And if you really enjoy the program, consider donating to streamlabs.com/vomitorium live to help fill up that little bar we have on the screen for our hosting fees. Because it does cost me money every month to run this show. And we very much appreciate it. In the meantime, have a good one, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
If I can find my fucking mouse.